Greetings all and welcome back to Math in Anger. In this episode, episode 3, we are going to look at this incredible phrase here. This mystifying phrase, the decimal number system. Let's break it down. Let's take a look at what does the word system mean in this context. Well, here it means how we write something. And if you take that and you combine it with a number, so what are we writing? We are writing numbers. So a number system is something that you use in order to write numbers. So what does this word decimal mean then? Well, again, the way it's being used here, it means 10 of something. So when you look at the complete phrase, it means that it is a number system that uses 10 of something. And what is it that it's using 10 of? Pictures. That's what this phrase means. That is, how to write numbers when you have 10 pictures to work with. That's it. That's what that phrase means. The way in which we write numbers when we have 10 pictures to work with. And that is kind of important. But a lot of you are going to say, we already know this. We've used this since preschool. And yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right. You're 100% right. But an equal number of people are going to tell you, we have never seen this before. And yes, I know it's shocking, but the reality is I've run into people who have not even been taught the number line. So we kind of have to go through this for those of us who have not had the privilege of receiving an education that is actually worth having. Thing is, now that you know this is the number system that we use when we have 10 pictures, some of you are going to say, wait, hold on a second. Does that mean there are other number systems? And the answer to that question is yes, there are. There are actually quite a few of them, and we use each one for specific purposes. Here are some examples. Now, for those of you who are studying computer science, you will immediately recognize that, and that. Yeah, we use these number systems, the binary number system, the octal number system, and the hexadecimal number system in computer science. Thing is, I don't want you to worry about these right now. I really don't need you to worry or be concerned with these. Let's just put them over here so that they don't get in the way of what it is that we are trying to achieve here. Right. So there's a very good reason why we all start out learning the decimal number system. It really does make for writing numbers almost a breeze, really, compared to these other systems. This is amazing. You can do really fantastic things with it. And to give you insight into what that is, I need to take you back to preschool and show you this idea that I'm very certain you are familiar with of writing numbers using columns. Back in preschool, you were taught this is our ones column, our tens column, our hundreds column, our thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. And yeah, you'll notice that each column gets 10 times bigger than the previous one. And why do you think that is? Again, most of you are going to say, yeah, we know this, we know this. The thing is, this is for those of us who did not get this. The reason why each column gets 10 times bigger than the previous one is because of this. Because we are using 10 pictures. If we were using the binary number system, the columns would become 2 times bigger, because the binary number system only has 2 pictures. So when I write something for you like this, using the decimal number system, what it means is that you have 1 of 10 and nothing of 1. So it means you have this many dots. If I tell you I have 10 dots, that's how many dots it has when you are looking at when you are using the decimal number system. If you were using the binary number system, you would draw this picture, and it would mean that you have this many dots. Yes, I know, it's freaky. I know. The first time you see this, this freaks you out. But I want you to realize that this, what you see there, it's just a picture. It is just a picture. This here, what you see there, again, it is just a picture. The meaning of the picture is different when you are talking about 2 different number systems. Again, it's just a picture. You have to know which number system you are working with in order to read that picture correctly. And now that I've explained that, I'm going to say you guys have seen that next to decimal I have written base 10, because that's another way in which we say how many pictures are we using in a number system. And here with the decimal number system, we also say it is the base 10 number system. And there, with the binary system, it is the base 2 number system. That base, it tells you how many pictures you have to work with in order to represent a value. Again, this is a number. The thing you think about, that is a value. When you need to write down the value, the thing you are thinking about, you draw a picture. And the picture you draw corresponds to the system, the way in which we write numbers, with a specific account of how many pictures you have. And again, the fact that the decimal number system has 10 pictures, that is incredibly important. You will see why as we progress through the videos. But again, for those of us who did not receive this education, and yes, I know there are quite a number of you, and I believe it or not, guys, it is shocking that you didn't. It really is. Let me clean this up. What it means when we write numbers in these columns, and the reason we use it is it makes things easy. All right, so let's just focus on the decimal number system, the number system we have with 10 pictures. So that picture, if I draw it like this, what it means is I have none of these and I have one of these. If I draw this picture, what it means is I have 3 of these two of these and one of these. And now you're going to say, yes, that's 100 and that's 10 and that's 1. But do yourself a favor, count them, add them together. That is 3 hundreds. That is 2 tens. This is 1 1. That is 321. Yeah, I know. But again, I'm going to do this little exercise for you. Because if I draw this picture, and I ask you, give me a word that goes with that picture, you're going to immediately give me this. Do you see that there are 2 different pictures, but what you are thinking of is the same thing? In the same way, you can have 2 different pictures, well, the same picture, that depending on how it is used, they can mean 2 different things. Okay, don't freak out about this. Don't be afraid of it. It's not worth it. And unless you are going to do something like computer science, you won't even have to know about that. For everything you do in school, you're going to be using the decimal number system. Okay? Just know that there are other number systems and that they do mean other things. For your purposes, for this exercise and for most of these videos, you don't even have to worry about the others. Okay? But now you know why each column increases by by 10. Well, not by 10, by increases 10 times by a factor of 10. And you can go and start playing, and you can go and say, when I write down this number 315, it means that I have 5 of these, and I have 1 of these, and I have 3. Actually, let me do this. Do you see that I'm just stacking these things? This idea of stacking things, that's exactly what this is. I'm going to stack 300 lines here on the screen so that you can see what is actually being meant here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's see what we have here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so what we have here is a stack of 100 lines. So when I write this, it means I have 3 of these stacks. Okay. Then we have 1 of 10. That is 1 of these stacks. And then we have 5 of 1, which is that. And if you go and count these lines one by one, you will get 321. Now you know how the decimal number system works and why we use it. This was Math in Anger, episode 3. I hope you learned something. I'll see you in the next episode.